Okay, this is a video on how to change your belt, serpentine belt and tensioner on a 6.4 diesel. It's pretty easy if you've done them a couple times. A lot more complicated than a regular belt change on a regular gas engine. So I decided to do a quick video. This is the driver's side. If you want to do this bolt, reservoir bolts, don't lose them just like that. Same thing on this side. Put them off to the side before you lose them. Down in there. Okay, you're going to want to take off this vacuum line. You can leave it on the radiator core support there, the fan shroud. Just undo it from over here. Undo the retainer from the power steering fluid reservoir. Undo this clamp and a T, a Venturi T there. Unscrew your cap, let the pressure out, and then you just twist and pull. It should come out without any coolant. Now you need to pop these cooling lines off the power steering reservoir. You just basically put a pry bar under the battery there and pry up on the lines. They just clip into the seam right there. They just clip into the reservoir just to be held. Hold the reservoir down, pry up. So you stick it underneath there, hold the reservoir down, and you pop them up. And then you get the reservoir out of the way. Okay, once you fight the lines off of there, lift it up as high as you can go. There's a little slot in the bottom it sticks into on the fan shroud here. So you lift it out of that slot. Then you can let it back down, push it back to the hose here. Okay, as far as this coupler goes, it's right in the middle of the fan shroud. You gotta pop that up too. Alright, when it comes to this right here, even with the widened trim tool, like that, you're probably gonna break the shroud right here and crack it. So, what I do, these are way too long. Anyway, just get in there. And you take a little bit of them off. See how long they are? So you just cut a little bit off so that it's still sticking through like that. And now it'll actually come out. And like that. And they'll come out. They'll still be long enough like that, but they will and they'll stick through just fine and hold it. They just won't be so long that it's impossible to get out and you crack the shroud. Okay, work on the right hand side of the vehicle. Disconnect the electrical connector. Undo that one, and then there's one more. You see it right there. That you want to pull these vacuum lines off evenly. They're one piece. And this one goes to a couple. Disconnect it, and now it's free to go with. Okay, yeah, that coolant line is not going with the shroud here. When we take it off, it actually plugs in right here, the radiator. You want to leave that alone. Just drape it over the engine over here, facing up like that, so no coolant comes out if there is any. Take this wire harness for that solenoid, put it to the side here so it's out of your way. This is out of the way. And then there's an 8mm bolt, which bolts the upper to the lower shroud. There's one on the other side too. Take those out, and then we're ready to pull the upper radiator shroud here, free and clear. After this bolts out, you can see it just lifts up. Lift it up evenly. With some flexing, it will come out. Just like that, the whole thing comes off. And now it's out of your way. Okay, what you're going to want to do to aid in removal of the belt is pull the connector for the fan that goes to the main harness. See these tangs right here? Just squeeze them and push. This whole thing will come out. This will be in your way of pulling that belt out because it goes through the fan like the olden days. You gotta feed it through the fan blades. This one's really wide. These are normal. Look for the wide one, and you use that to work through. That's the belt tensioner for the main belt. This tensioner is broken, so it's cocked, and the belt slid off and shredded. If you're in here changing your belt on a 6.0, 6.4, 6.7 Ford diesel, you need to be changing that tensioner. If you're not having problems now, you will, and you're going to ruin your new belt. That tensioner comes out with has a 15 mil bolt on it. Not tightened that bad. Not tightened too much. Let's get a 3-inch extension, a deep well 15, 3/8 drive. Just unbolted it. Pull it off through the top. Just wash the fins and the radiator. These radiators have enough problems on these things. And you can see how it's split like that. It's harder to tell in chassis. So it'd be a good idea to really look at it when the belt's on it. If you have a chirping noise, and it's like that, and the pulley's cocked, it'll chirp, and it's hardly visible. And it's cocked when it's in vehicle still, with the belt on it. This one obviously separated and broke. This is how they break though. It caused chirping at first, and then they sling the belt after that. Okay, when you're doing the belt tensioner, see those two holes right there in the bottom? And there's a threaded hole in the center, of course. Those match up to 2 button knobs on the new tensioner. Just make sure they're in there. Hand tighten that bolt. It's a 15 mil. Torque spec is 35 foot-pounds. On all diesel tensioners from Ford anyways, they have a pin in them. They're pre-tensioned, as if you were trying to release the belt. So you can do the whole belt routing, even around every pulley, without ever having to use the a belt tensioning tool. And at the end, when it's all perfectly routed, you just put your belt tensioning tool in there, release the tension a little bit, pop that pin out, and that's all there is to it. It's a lot easier on a diesel. Because the tension's so high, they put that pin in there and pre-tension it. So that's something to note. This must come out at the end. That's right there is a 3/8 drive for the tensioning. You look through this hole on the other side of the cac tube between the battery and the cac tube here. You can look. You can see it's flat against the bracket. It's bolting too. So you got both those ears in there. Okay, get the belt routed on there. You gotta do it from top and bottom. Let's see. This pulley right here. There's an idler there, tensioner there. To the left of that is the alternator. There's the crank. And the edge of that pulley is the power steering pump. you're going to want to pick this pulley, this idler, for your last pulley. It's got to be a smooth pulley to slip over. It gives it just enough slack for that. You put it on a groove pulley like the, let's say, dampener. It's, a lot tougher getting it on if possible at all. 6-inch extension with a 1/2-inch ratchet because it's pretty tough. Push down, clockwise, and you pop that pin out of there by hand. That pin will come out. Just throwaway pin. That pin is now out of there. So you just slowly let up, and it'll put the tension on it. Okay, as a recap on all things you need to put back together, back on, whatever. Retainer on the power steering line there. Power steering reservoir, coolant hose. The clamp right here, back onto the T. Put the cap back on. That screw, those 2 screws. The cooling lines there for the fuel cooler. Snap them back into the hook on the power steering reservoir. Same way with the pry bar. On this side, your vacuum hoses, your electrical connectors, the 2 points where it connects to the shroud. Your vacuum line right there by the battery. And that bolt down there, there's one on the other side too. That bolt obviously. Did your electrical connector for the fan right there already. And that's about it. You're going to want to start it for 2-3 seconds and come back and check the belt so that you can make sure it's lining up right and it's not starting to shred and damage other components. If it all looks good, you're done.